Hi everybody. Welcome back once again to Fairview for some HO scale Rocky Mountain model railroading action. This is my update for May 2021. A little bit later than usual. Term has started again at my university, so things are pretty busy with the preparation for exams and still dealing with COVID and so on. And I haven't made as much progress as I might have liked since my last update, but I'll show you what I've been up to these past few weeks and some plans for the coming couple of weeks. Before I start properly though, I just want to say a massive thank you to the fantastic response I got for my 100 subscriber special a little while ago. And in fact, since that time as well, not just loads and loads of really interesting and positive comments, but also lots of new people who've subscribed and started coming along for the journey. So I just want to say thank you ever so much to all of you. I never imagined when I started this project that I would generate so much interest. So here we go. Let's have a look at what has been happening in the last few weeks for this latest update. Now, in the last video I'd suggested that I wanted to focus here on the northern end of Fairview in now the next few weeks, and so that's what I've been doing, trying to work out how I want the scenic side of things to fit together. Yeah, so the first thing I've been doing this month really is just starting to play around a little bit with levels. This area of Fairview I've started calling Fairview Heights, and I want the road to be rising here and obviously carrying on through into the backdrop. I've added now the hardboard backdrops which I've painted but haven't quite finished just filling in the cracks where each board joins, but that's all coming together, just sorting out where land is rising and falling. Okay, so first off we'll have a closer look at my motel. This is a Walther's kit, or rather actually it's two Walther's kits which I've kit bashed together because I wanted the main drag of the rooms here to be longer than you could get from a single kit. And I have to say, building models of all the different buildings and facilities that kind of wrap around the railroad itself is an area that I get real pleasure from. So I've really enjoyed updating things here, just adding some extra details. There's more to do yet. I want to 3D print some things like some waste bins. I want to add some more signage because in the end it's going to be a Motel 6, hence why you've got the bright blue colours there on the reception area. I changed the kit a little bit to include that area. I actually tried for the first time even putting in some details into the reception, and I'm not actually sure it's worked. In theory there were a couple of vending machines in there and the main desk where guests would come and check in for the night, and you can't really see it. But anyway, I know it's there and it's been quite fun doing that. As you can see, I've begun to put in some of the car parking spaces. Got to do a fair bit more in terms of weathering up the tarmac, spraying it all just with a very light wash to tone down the colours and tie everything in together. And I'm going to add some more roof details, and you can just see at the back there I've picked up a packet of these concrete car stops. So each of the car parking spaces will have a concrete bumper to stop drivers from just crashing into the rooms, presumably. All right, and then the other area to show you for this month, where I've begun to make some concrete progress, if you excuse the pun, is in setting up the flyover for my highway. Apart from just sort of cutting up some MDF board to form the main deck and thinking about the layout and so on, the key area is that my son has been helping me again. We've designed the piers which are going to support the flyover and then printed them out on his PLA printer. While I keep talking, I'll just add some images of the models themselves being printed, because it's fascinating to watch these things appearing out of nowhere. And I'm quite happy with how it's all got sorted, because I've also picked up, you can hopefully just make those out, this is a little while ago now, probably over Christmas sometime, I picked up just some very, very basic street lamps from eBay. I mean, in theory they're wired up and got LEDs in. I may not actually bother lighting them up, but they're going to sit on the sides of the deck there with the wires disappearing down through the piers in case I do in due course want to power them up. And then towards the back there, obviously I've just got to sort out some kind of concrete slope where the road intersects with the land that's rising up as we move out of the town. But that's all looking pretty good, coming together. It'll take me a while yet to just sort out the details of things like beams underneath the main deck and stuff like that. And I had to relocate everything a wee bit, just because my first plan of how it was going to run through, you can actually see that even now it's not that easy perhaps to get to the switch area for that particular turnout. So obviously there was no point having the highway going right over the top of that, because that would have just been a nightmare, at least until sometime in the future potentially I switch to having electronic control of my turnouts, which I'm not planning at the moment. But that's all coming together quite nicely. Looks quite convincing, I think, even now, and that's before I've kind of painted everything properly and finished off everything nice and neat. So I'm happy with how all this is coming together. Okay, so that's it for this month. Not perhaps as much to share with you as I might have liked, but a few things which have started to come together quite nicely as I develop now the northern end of the town. Still got to sort out various things, ballasting and obviously getting all the levels finalised before scenicking it. But it's a good start, and I'm happy that I've got an idea now of how this area is going to develop. So as always, I'll just leave you with a shot of one of my trains going around the layout. Hope you've enjoyed this latest update. Enjoy your modelling and take care until next time. Bye bye.